2016, the branding solution, and we are here at full loaded, or what should be fully loaded, the Raw exclusive pay-per-view, where we have Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns, and Big E versus Daniel Bryan for both the main titles. And we also have Kevin Owens versus Finn Balor, and you saw the rest in the entrance. We have 3 pre-show matches. That tells you how many people I got onto the card. We have Justin Gabriel defeat Jack Gallagher. Not quite space for Gabriel. Gallagher not in a match. Dalton Castle, someone who I brought in, need to start using. Brian Kendrick, still haven't forgiven him for going away for 5 months to rehab. I thought it would be a month, but no, it was 5 to 6 months. And Rampage Brown picks up a win over Angelo Dawkins. Nothing fancy, just a win. We start the show by looking at the main events. We have, I don't know, this makes you usually get a better rating because the videos just get rubbish. We have Reigns, Rollins, Jericho, Miz, Big E, Daniel Bryan, Kevin Owens, Finn Balor, and Roman Reigns picked up a new catchphrase. We've moved all the storylines along, so that's a good start. In our very first match of the night, we have Bray Wyatt, Dolph Ziggler, and Kofi Kingston picking up a win over Dean Ambrose, Samoa Joe, and Ryback. These 3 are 3 that stood up to Triple H, and they're the 3 who will fight for Triple H, who are not in title matches at the moment. It looks kind of weaker having Ryback as the 3rd member, and well, Ryback took the pin, which is the main reason why he's in there. If you look at the abilities, Dean's a 90, the face teams are all 80. Samoa Joe, I'm still building. It's done a reputation, remember, and he starts in NXT, so he's got a lot of work. But an 80 rating to start the show, I'm happy. So we'll see where we're going. Then we dive back down to our 50s with a Carlito promo before his TV title match against Neville. Yeah, I wasn't expecting much. The match itself, though, we've gone for our tag team battle royal. We put 25 men, all 22 of them are tag teams. The only ones that weren't it was 24 and Ty Dillinger, who represented Sudden Impact, which is Neville. We have the Usos winning with the final 4, Xavier Woods, Shelley, and Ty Dillinger. And Luke Harper got the most eliminations because I feel like he's ready for a monster singles push. So we're going to keep that going. This is because they all want a shot at the title. This was good. And that means the Usos are entitled to a tag team title match at WrestleMania against whoever wins tonight. A host of improvements. Jolly good to see. And a solid enough battle royal with only about 3 upper mid-carders. Everyone else is way below. So I'm happy with that. Big Kaz and Enzo cut a promo on their opponents, only the Certified G style, which I think is all you need. You know what they're going to be saying. They're going to be calling them soft and not being able to spell it. Our TV title match, Neville retains again. I've gone with Neville to retain. I like Carlito and I'm pushing Carlito. But Neville is my TV champion. The only way he'll probably be losing that is if he skyrockets up in popularity, or if I do pull together a draft and he ends up on Shockwave. But I did make it a surprise cradle rather than dominating victory, so it was sort of Carlito thought he had it in the bag and Neville rolled it up. And afterwards, Jinder Mahal and Heath Slater joined Carlito in a 3-on-1 attack because they all believe they should be the ones getting a shot or getting that TV title of Neville. In our tag team match, we have the Certified G's retaining. Yep, I went with this. I'd quite like to keep them as tag champions. They work really well, the other team, so I'm happy with that. But let's just face it, I need to keep them champions. The Samarian Death Squad will get their chance to go for the gold again one day. Maybe sooner than later, but it was a good match, that's all it needed to be. And afterwards, the whole of the European invasion attack Certified G's, so they're fully keeping their stamp on wanting those titles. So we may get a little extra match in the future. In what was actually a really good match here, because remember Finn Balor isn't quite as over as I would probably like him to be, or he is in real life. Kevin Owens defeated Finn Balor with a pop-up powerbomb. He's won the Rumble. I'm not making him lose a pay-per-view match. The Rumble after he wins before he gets put in a title match at WrestleMania. I know the storyline probably called for Finn Balor to win, but he'll get his chance. But now for now, Kevin Owens had to have that victory. We have a little backstage segment where all these guys were claiming they want a title match for the Intercontinental, because obviously Bad News and Baron keep getting them. The rest of it just pointing the finger saying, we're waiting for our shot, we know we'll get it. And that leads to a nice little 5-on-5 match, which I think is important. We threw Kurt Angle in there as well. We've got a whole host. Again, Del Rio's team feels weaker than this team, so I had to give Roderick Strong got the victory, because he is my main planned push. I would like him to be next in line for Sami Zayn's Bad News or Baron Corbin's title, but I don't think that's going to happen until after WrestleMania, depending on who I keep as champion. Big E then cuts a promo on Daniel Bryan, and I thought I had taken Xavier Woods off his manager, which kind of causes problems, never mind. And I'm happy that I was surprised, I was worried about this match, but Sami Zayn defeated Bad News to retain his title. I had to keep it on Sami. Because I've got so much heavyweight in the main title picture, Sami Zayn won't be entering that until post-Mania minimum, probably looking more down the line to June, July time at the earliest. So keep the belt on him. These two continue that. It sort of led for a bit of friction between those two, this victory. That's how I visioned it to be. And Baron Corbin still does need to improve a bit more. And Jericho then cuts a promo on The Miz, telling him he's going to shut him up for good, even if it means it's his last match and he never sees him again. He's going to beat The Miz once and for all. In our title match, Daniel Bryan defeats Big E by disqualification. I was meant to throw a lot of interference in this match, but an 82 is a good for a DQ finish. It was meant to be Triple H calling Daniel Bryan and Owens and Samoa Joe joining in and beating him down, causing the defeat. And as those two and Triple H are beating down Daniel Bryan, the lights go out and Bray Wyatt's music hits. He hits Sister Abigail on Big E. He hands over the briefcase, and Bray Wyatt defeats Big E to become the WWE World Heavyweight Champion. Yes, it's a short match because it's Money in the Bank cash-in, and I was surprised it's actually a really good short match. Usually I get rubbish, but Bray Wyatt is now your champion. heading into WrestleMania where his opponent is scheduled to be Kevin Owens. But where does that leave Big E? Bray Wyatt celebrates in the ring because he is now the champion. But Triple H sees this, he storms to the ring, but then the lights go out once again, and The Undertaker makes his sudden return to the WWE, and Triple H backs down because The Undertaker has managed to trick him into giving his side of this bigger battle a champion in Bray Wyatt, and Triple H has Seth Rollins only at the moment. That's only if he manages to keep the title. So that's just put all of the long-term storyline between Triple H and Undertaker, and they had factions here, 5-on-5. We haven't seen the Undertaker in months now, since they lost. So this is his return. He was playing the game at his own game. Because I didn't think that match would work so well, I put this match in. Chris Jericho, bit to call the crowd as well. Jericho defeated The Miz with an easy win. I didn't realise it didn't click. I don't think anyone seems to click with The Miz. I may even take a big punt and try him on commentating. Different role for him, but we'll see if he'll do it. It was meant to cool the crowd a little bit more. I didn't want two title matches back to back. And Triple H is back in his office, and he has announced that tomorrow night, on Monday Night Raw, Bray Wyatt will defend that title against Big E, and he will get the gold back to his team. So I put that one in already. And our main event, it's my best ever match. That's saying, so that is my best ever match, and I'm happy. Seth Rollins defeats Roman Reigns with a quick roll-up. This also saw Dean Ambrose cause a distraction, so Rollins could collect the pinfall. This is showing how far we're coming, because we're actually reaching the next level, I feel. So, an 87 is my best. Seth Rollins again in the best match I've put together. And we end when Roman Reigns is fuming. He grabs Dean Ambrose, spears him through the barrier, spears him through a table, and just leaves Dean Ambrose in a bloody mess after Seth Rollins had run away with his belt. And that ends the show, so I'm hoping this is going to go down very well. It got an 85. That, I think, is my best pay-per-view. Speeches, Seth Rollins, praise, actually, tell them they're worthless, tell them that they are awesome. We're going to also say the same to Roman, because he did do a lot of the work in that. And Bray, because I've got to praise my champ, right? We'll make those speeches, please, please, and please. And we're going to head back to the main screen and just see how that has in fact changed anything for our shows. And we are back to the main screen, so let's see what the news says. The show getting fantastic reviews, which is a very first. Eric Young has been injured. That's a dislocated shoulder. I don't know if that's bad. That was TNA's pay-per-view for 65. Let's just check this, because he is kind of big for my NXT, even if I can't do anything with him. He's on paper appearance on TNA. That's not too long. He'll be back. It is really frustrating because I can't negotiate a new contract because of the non-aggressive TNA, but he's actually got a contract with both of us already. So he will get his pay rise because, yes, he is my champion. He can get pay rise. Eric, you're injured. Yep, we understand. Let's just check some of the prestige or the titles. TV1, I think, has actually gone down. No, it hasn't gone anywhere. This has gone right up, which is good to see, back to where it should be. The Intercontinental, I think, stayed. Fair enough. The tag team feels like it's gone down. Yes, it has. And this one hasn't changed. Let's just check creatively with our meeting. Who is hot? Triple H. Fair enough. He hasn't had a match in a good while now. But yeah, he's still hot. The usual suspects are on there. Not too worried. When we look at the storylines, we now have a very interesting outcome to everything. Even that's gone down pretty well. That was what you would have expected. TV title has improved a bit. An 84 and 72. That one doesn't even have the champion in it, which is quite funny. I'm not going to lie, it's quite funny that my champ isn't in that. Yeah, all become apparent to where things go when we come back on Monday Night Raw tomorrow. So thank you all for watching, and how did you think about my potential best ever show?